And now you're no longer living cheap, or no, free. Living very cheap now. You can afford 2 and 1 for hair. I still don't do that, but I thought it'd be nice. Community bathroom. You gotta use community bathroom either at your house or if you're still kind of on the free stage. Porta potties if they're out. If you're in the city, be careful on the location of those, and then any stores or gas stations. Facebook Marketplace. Find a vehicle for $5,000. Do another one about how to buy a vehicle. I work in a dealership now, so I should be an expert. Otherwise, get a bike, use skateboard, but quickly for the used vehicle, um, go watch the. I won't even do that. Get a Toyota, Honda, under 150,000 miles. Look up the Carfax if you can. See if there's been any accidents. Make sure it's been regularly maintained. The less owners, the better. If you get it from an old person, that's even better because they usually don't drive very fast. That's the hot and skinny. Just get a reliable car. Doesn't matter what it looks like. All right, back on track. You're no longer living like that. You're living like a king now. This is what I do right now. Clothes. Now you don't need to buy just used. You can get Walmart, Target. I got okay. I got Walmart clothes because everything's cheap. Target though, I got 8 black T-shirts that came in 2 4-packs. Oh, and some jeans. Yeah, that was good. But I didn't start getting stuff at Target till I had. Oh, I don't know. I did a couple splurges when I was younger, like 20, but I just bought those shirts and stuff. Uh, I don't know, couple 6, 7 months ago, and I was at like $150,000. So they usually get buy everything at Goodwill. I had to actually go to J.C. Penney's one time to get some clothes for a job, but that was the suit for the financial advisor thing. Otherwise, I got all my collar shirts at Plato's Closet. Plato's Closet's the bomb, and you can still go on Facebook Marketplace. You can whatever get a little bit nicer brand if you want, even though now people are inflating the prices because now it's becoming like hip or popular to be on Facebook selling vintage stuff. Housing, Facebook Marketplace again. This is your bloodline right now. And websites with heavy filters. Obviously, you want to do the price. Secondarily, you want to do location because you want to be close and you don't want to pay anything. Besides that, based on how big you are, male, female, your strength and stuff, however you want to do it, that's the only things I concerned about. Because usually, I don't know. Usually, I'm not dressed very nicely, and everybody just leaves me alone. So I don't really care where I live at, because everybody usually leaves me alone. But if you're a 100-pound female who's 4'6" and I don't know, like to dress nicely, shouldn't probably go in a bad neighborhood where bad stuff's happening. Just a suggestion, but yeah. Drinks, you can afford water, milk, drink alcohol responsibly. I think Jordan Peterson says he's going to knock like 10% of people out. You can sip on a little. All right, actually, I can't tell you what to do because I kind of went a little balls to the walls for a little bit, but good luck. All right. Um, real juice, you can buy real juice in the same sense that you can buy a steak twice a month. You can get twice a month for like a big thing of juice, like one naked juice every 2 weeks. You can afford coffee too. You can afford coffee at all these stages because coffee's like a super drug. Caffeine's fantastic, but you can get some real juice every once in a while. I'm not talking. You don't drink that every day. Same thing. You don't drink alcohol every day. You do drink milk and water every day though, because they're both fantastic. Bathroom. You gotta have your own bathroom, kind of. Like I say, I have my own bathroom. I share it with my roommate, but it's no longer a huge community bathroom. So whatever. That's not really that much big of a deal. Obviously, it's gonna really drive your cost down if you share a bathroom because it's less privacy. But yeah, transportation. Looking at the three levels here: free public transportation. If you live in the city, if you're in the rural area, drive with a buddy. I used to live out there. You can walk unless you're in, far away. Then you're probably gonna want to get a bike. Don't steal one. I know it says free, but don't steal one. And using an existing car. I mean, that was probably a stupid one to add. But yeah, if you have a car, don't get another one. But it's not really free because of all your other expenses of operating, but just be nice. Very cheap options. Facebook Marketplace. Oh, actually, existing car. I don't know if your buddy's going to let you do one or your family, but I don't know how old you are. I just kind of thought of that. If you're 16, your parents are like, save up for your very cheap option of a Facebook Marketplace car for $5,000, which I don't even know if exists anymore. At least a reliable one. I know my first car I thought was super, super cool. Oldsmobile Aurora, 2001. I forgot how many miles, but it had a V8 in it. Fantastic. Got it for $4,000. Um, that was several years ago though. Now I don't know if you can find a cheap one. No, one of my buddies had this $500 car, which you should not buy a $500 car anymore. I don't think you should at all, unless you know the guy. But yeah, going off on a tangent. Use electric skateboard. I got one. I found it on Facebook. $90. It was a boost board, one of them little ones. I think they're usually like 400 or 500. But this one got hit by a car, and I thought it was smart, so I bought it. And then I was like, I can figure out electrical stuff. Well, I put it together, and I got a new board deck, longboard style. I don't know anything about electrical. Luckily, all I did was plug it all in, order a remote for Amazon for $20. One, whatever, $110. I'm riding on this board, saving a whole bunch of time, a whole bunch of money, so I don't have to walk to my car or any of the operating spots with my car besides the insurance, because that always gets you. But yeah, that was fantastic for like a summer. And then I ran into a fence in front of a pretty girl, and then I broke the board in half by some drain stuff going to Carlson. Carlson. On a drain over in the bridge. Never recovered. The electric stuff eventually died, and yeah, but it served its purpose for $110. Saved me so much time. It actually looked pretty cool too, but another tangent. Cheap options. Facebook Marketplace, 15 is being real nice. Really nice. I bought mine and everything, sales tax included, it was 14. That was after I got hit by a vehicle, so I didn't just go out lolly doll. I had 14 to spend. But I could have spent 10, and that's what I wanted to do. But then my dad was like, I'll get something a little nice. I really like my vehicle. But as you know, uh, this whole thing's on frugal living, so I like living frugally. Cheap ass, basically. So I don't regret it, but I don't know. Sometimes I wonder. Not really. I never really think about it, but 15,000 is just a lot. Okay, I wouldn't do it unless you got at least 150, 100, 100, but you better have maybe 100, but you better have like 20 grand in the bank, sitting. 100 for a net worth, no debt. Pay that thing in cash too. We still have 20 left over. All right, dealership with if they throw in a warranty. Now I've been in a dealership and I've heard other people, if they throw in a warranty, sometimes they're good, like a powertrain warranty. They can throw in, it only costs them like $150 to do. They're gonna hike the price up a little bit, but if you can get a certified pre-owned one from like a larger dealership or a locally trusted one, people come to sorry, I can't say that. People come to the owner of the one that I'm at. They send their kids there, their friends there. Like one of them, they're on like their third and last kid. They've all bought a car from them. The one across the street, I don't hear of any. I mean, so you got to give them the benefit of the doubt. I haven't heard of anybody going over. I haven't seen anybody really going over there, let alone a repeat customer. Um, so if you have, so like the dealership that I'm at, of course I'm biased. Apologize, but unless you have one at like the one that I work at right now versus the other one, if you don't know of any local small ones that are actually good, don't go to those. Go to a larger one. They'll probably have something a little bit cheaper, but it'll be something more reliable. Hopefully, I've always bought my stuff on Facebook Marketplace. I'm not a fan of big, I don't know, commercial dealerships. Finally, all these stages do not go into debt. You're not buying a house, which is the only thing I think you have to go in debt about. Or college, but join the military or pay it all off. I don't know, work. All right, that's all. This one and the dealership one were way longer. Sorry I rambled a little bit. Put any questions, concerns at the bottom. These videos and stuff will get better as we go. I just have no time right now. So, have a good night. Peace.